Hey everyone, Izzy from Endless RVing with another DIY video. Now, this is one of the most common and really one of the best upgrades that any RVer can do, whether you have a towable or you have a motorized. This is very, very common. In fact, a lot of RV manufacturers now offer this as either an option or standard from the factory. What we're talking about are vent covers. We had vent covers on our motorhome for over 5 years. I originally installed them before we even had a channel, so we never had a video on that. Recently, we upgraded our RV roof. We had our RV roof recoated by RV Roof Pros, and if that video is out, we'll link it up above. As a result of that, we decided to change out our vent covers. We're going to explain why we changed them out, and then which vent covers we wind up replacing our old vent covers with. Of course, we're also going to take you on a DIY step-by-step how to do this. This is a very easy process. We're going to break it down. We're going to make it simple so that way you can do it yourself and save yourself a whole bunch of money. Now, before we get into it, guys, just a quick reminder. A lot of our subscribers have reached out to us and told us they have been unsubscribed without knowing. So please just take a moment. Even if you are subscribed, go check, make sure you are subscribed. Notification bell is on. That way, when new videos come out, you will get notified. So let's get into this, guys. Before we start this install, guys, we do want to thank the sponsor of this video, because the sponsors make all these videos possible for you guys, because we had to pay for those Max Air fan covers, and they're not free. So we do want to thank Matt from Matt's RV Reviews with Liquified. Now, Liquified is a black tank treatment. It's an enzyme-based treatment made in the USA. We've been using Liquified for well over a year, and it works absolutely great. We did a full video with graphic details on how it works. We'll link it up above if you so wish to see it. Liquified comes in different scents. So they have lavender, they have orange. They also have pods, powder, and the liquid. And what's awesome about it, guys, is that the enzymes inside of Liquified break down the material in your black tank to liquefy it, keeping that tank contents moving freely. Customers have been raving about Liquified. The business has grown rapidly, and Matt even has investors now. But Matt is so confident. He wants everybody in the RV industry to be using it. He's so confident about his product that if you go to liquifiedrv.com/free bottle, he will give you a free 16-ounce bottle. It'll look just like this. You only have to pay for shipping. That's all you got to do, because he's so confident that it's going to work for you and going to love it that you're going to keep coming back. Now, there is just a little disclaimer. Some people are taking, a lot of people are taking advantage of it, but some people get the 32 ounce. The 32 ounce is not free. It is heavily discounted. I think it's $7.99 or so. 16 ounces free. Guys, again, if you want to try it out, or if you have tried it out and you have feedback on it, put it in the comments below. But again, you want to go to liquifiedrv.com/free bottle to get your bottle. We're going to put their link down below. So right in front of me here is a RV vent. Now, we do have two of them on our motorhome, and I'll just kind of show you in pan as I speak. This is the one we're going to be working on here. We do have vent covers for both. And what is a vent cover, guys? Well, when this RV vent is open, you can see over here, this right here, that is a rain sensor. So what happens is that when it is raining out, that sensor, if it senses any kind of moisture from the outside, even humidity from the inside, especially if you're taking a shower, it's going to close that vent cover. That is a safety mechanism. That is a good thing to have, because you don't want water getting in. But what does this mean for you as the RVer? There will be times, of course, when it's raining out, if you're taking a shower, you just want to vent out your RV, that becomes difficult. You can't, it's going to go up and down, or if it's raining out, of course, you don't want your vent open because you don't want water coming in. Here's where a vent cover comes into place. In front of you are two different vent covers. Now, this was the old vent cover that we had. We had it for over 5 years. It still worked. Some war scars. It's from cable, low riding cables and stuff like that, but it still held up over time. It wasn't broken down. And how it would work, essentially, this vent cover kind of just goes over the vent, and then it's secured down into the roof. So how that vent cover works, when we had our roof redone, you can see everything was recoated over here. So this vent cover over here, how this was secured, right over here you had L-shaped brackets, and there was a bracket that would go screwed into the actual roof, and then there was a kind of a little piece that would stick out, and you would put a cotter pin in. This is not flush right now because the vent cover is actually fully open, and you could not fully open it with the vent cover on. You couldn't fully open the cover, if that makes sense, the cover of the vent. So this would have actually been down a lot lower. Now, when we had our roof recoated, the roofer had asked me, covering all intrusions, all holes. So we're going to cover where those holes were in your roof. The holes were right here. You probably can't really see them. And the reason was, these aren't, the L brackets were similar to this, but essentially you had the brackets that went screwed in and then a little post stuck out. The roofer had recommended going away from the covers that we had, which were fantastic fan covers. We do have a fantastic fan on our motorhome, actually 2 of them. And I was under the impression that, well, if you have a fantastic fan, then you have to get fantastic fan covers, but that's not really true. So the roofer had advised me, he said, well, listen, you know, Max Air has a lower profile cover, and their brackets, how they're set up, there's no intrusion into the roof. We did order some Max Air vent covers. I ordered them in black, which is originally the color I wanted when we got the fantastic fan, but the black color was just on back order for a while. So we did wind up getting the black. We'll give you the model, and then we're going to do a step-by-step on how we install this. So you can see the cover here along with the instructions. The model is the Max Air 1 Plus vent cover. These are like a universal. Now, that doesn't mean they're going to fit every vent out there, but they do, well, they should fit ours. And I'll just give you a little bit of a side profile. And again, how these are going to mount, instead of these L brackets screwing into the roof, they're going to kind of screw right into the vent. And then there's going to be a post that comes up through here, and that's what's going to secure the cover to the post. Now we'll put the link down below to our Amazon store, and you will find the exact model that we got. Now we have a 2019 Newmar Baystar, so you have to check what vents you have, what vent system you have, that way you can get the appropriate cover. Max Air has all different types of vent covers. I'm sure you can find one specific to what you have on your RV. Now what comes in the package is just the actual cover as well as the instructions and the mounting brackets. It looks very simple. First thing we're going to do, guys, we're going to open up our vent fully. We're going to clean out anything that's inside, make sure that there's no bugs or debris in there. That's just my thing. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. We're going to put the cover over the vent just to make sure that it fits as far as the size. Remember what I told you, the vent is not going to fully open. It didn't do it with the fantastic fan, but we do have the vent fully open. And the reason why is that we get access to put the L brackets appropriately where they're supposed to be. Now the instructions, it says that you should really try to spread the L brackets as far out as you can on each corner of the vent. That way you have maximum width and maximum security. You could also see the mounting points. There's a lot of flexibility here. So what I'm going to do, now that I have the cover kind of lined up on one side, I'm just going to make some pilot holes right here. Right here. You can see why I want the vent fully open, because if this was closed down, it'd be hard for me to get in here. In the instructions, it says to use a 3/16 diameter bit. I did use a little bit smaller for the pilot holes, but now I'll go in with the 3/16 bit, open up those holes, make sure that all the mounting brackets will fit. Once I'm done on the passenger side of the vent, I'll do the same thing on the driver's side. So we ran into a little bit of a snag. Again, these are universal. Universal means a lot of times you're going to need some modifications. So the snag is that the mounting bolts, screws that it came with, they're just too short. They're like way too short, especially they just don't grab. So I did remedy that. I just bought some number 6 by 32 3/4 inch screws with nuts, $1.38 at Home Depot. That should resolve the problem. Let's continue the install. Now the instructions do call for the nut, then a washer, lock washer, and bolt. I'm taking out the washer part. Look right here, if I put the washer on, it's just going to be too high, and I'm afraid that this won't close right. Again, not really necessary. I had the lock washer here with the bolt. I'll put a little bit of blue Loctite on it. I just want to make sure that everything closes, everything's lined up before I put that drop of Loctite. I can't stress this enough. Whenever you buy universal parts or you do modifications, sometimes things don't always go as planned. So let's continue. So I just backed out the screws a little bit, dropped some blue Loctite, tightened them down. Once all 4 brackets are in there, you're going to slip the bolts underneath. These bolts right here, they will go underneath the L bracket. And then there's a nut with a washer on top. That's what's going to secure the actual cover to the brackets. After that's done, we're going to completely close the vent. cover, and then we're going to, I keep saying vent cover, so the vent cover from the actual fan, and then we're going to put the max air cover onto the brackets, line them up. We'll go back inside, open up the vent cover just enough so it touches, and then we'll secure everything. So as you can see, I went inside, I opened up, hit the power to open up that fantastic fan. Everything cleared. It actually cleared better than with the other cover we had on. That one didn't get fully extended. This fully extended, so I'm really happy about that. I'll just kind of flip it around. You can see, oh, you can't feel it, but there's a lot of air coming out here. So all the mounting brackets are all in the appropriate position. So now what I can do is just kind of tighten them down a little bit. Not going to put Loctite on this, really not necessary. There is a locking mechanism on there, locking washer, so I'm just going to tighten all this down. The final thing I'm going to do, guys, I give it a little tug, make sure everything's tight. I'm going to spray it down with 303 protectant. That is a UV protectant just to protect that plastic. Now, of course, this is made to be outside. I'm assuming it is UV treated, but time will tell. What's nice about this is that if I need to change it out and get another one, it's very easy to swap it out. What I also like about this, I'm going to show you, again, the brackets are not anywhere into the roof. So really no chance of leak on this. Everything is up high. Also, it's able to give ventilation. And of course, the actual vent itself is up high, so there's not going to be any intrusion of water on there. So this is a very straightforward installation, guys. This is something you can do yourself, and I recommend something that everybody does in every RV they have, because you can get that ventilation. You don't want that humidity, steam building up, especially when you're showering. And you don't need to take this to an RV dealership, an RV repair center, where they're going to charge you $200-300 just to install it. Give yourself 30 minutes, guys. It took me under 45 minutes, and I'm recording, so that was stop and go. I have the black. They also have white. White's probably better for reflective, but the black actually matches my AC covers, which are also in black. Now the cost of this, $40.48. That's on Amazon Prime. It's a really good price, guys. So for 80 bucks for me, I'm able to update all those vent covers. Something, again, that's a lot smaller in comparison to what I had before, lower profile, so hopefully it won't bang into too many things, and just a lot sleeker looking and a better fit. What's even more awesome, that it's proudly made in the USA. So the second vent, I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I don't need to rehash it out for you guys. It's going to be the same exact process that I did with the first vent. So I hope you enjoyed that. Again, you can do it yourself, save a bunch of money, and I just wanted to get back and show our installation, since we never did it before, because we didn't even have a channel. In the comments below, guys, let us know, do you have vent covers? If so, which ones do you have? I think I'd be really happy with these. Time will tell if they hold up. If you like videos like this, guys, to the left of us, we'll put our RV DIYs playlist, we'll put our RV newbies playlist, and for myself, MJ's not here. It's actually Jason's graduation day, so she's running a whole bunch of errands. It's a journey of a lifetime, and we'll see you on the road.